Let's do 17. 17 on 7-6. Here we go. Integral of 5x, third root of 1 minus x squared dx. You take a look at that and go, crud. How do I know it's a crud problem? Manuelos, how do I know this is a crud problem?
It's
I can't write it as a polynomial. There's no way to turn this into a something x squared plus something x to the third plus something x to the negative third or whatever. I can't do that. Can't FOIL it. Can't do anything. This is death. And so I'm going to have to pick out the ugly part. What is the ugly part?
1 minus x squared.
1 minus x squared. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. Before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this as 1 minus x squared delete because the third root is 1/3 power, right?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I was
Okay.
looking at the 2 inches and 2/3.
Okay, that's cool. As long as that's the problem, not something more fundamentally not knowing. Okay, so you said the ugly part is 1 minus x squared already, so I'm going to catch up to you and say 1 minus x squared, which means du dx would be equal to negative 2x. Now, for notation purposes, and only notation purposes, we're going to change it to negative 2x dx, since we can multiply that across. It's actually legitimate to do that, but it's notation more than anything else. Okay, so I know I need to change that 5x into a negative 2x dx. Right? So I'm going to reset this up. So I've got myself 1 minus x squared, that's my u part, to my 1/3 power, that's the part I don't care about, and I can deal with that. And then I've got this 5x dx. Now there's 2 different ways, it's actually 3 different ways, but I'm not going to teach you the third way. There's 2 different ways you could actually fix this. But I need to make that that 5 into negative 2. What do you think? Okay, you can't subtract. It's not going to work. Because you're trying to make a 5x into something, right? So negative 3 isn't going to make it a 2x. And a negative 2x causes all sorts of problems. We can't get it out of there. I'm going to multiply by something every single time we do this. Every single time we do this. And so the simple way I would look at it is this. I would recognize we need to get rid of the 5. So I'm going to multiply it by something over 5 to get rid of the 5. And then you change it into what? I need to change it into a what? Negative 2, right? So I'm going to multiply by negative 2. That'll cancel out my 5 and leave me a negative 2. Whatever I do to the inside, though, I have to do to the outside. I have to do the reverse to the outside, right? So I'm going to put out here 5, negative 2. Right? Because when I multiply this together, I get 1, right? So I've multiplied by 1, which I'm allowed to do. Is that okay? All right. So that's the process we've been playing with. So I have 5 over negative 2. Now I'm going to reintegrate. So everything's in terms of u. So actually, I haven't done that yet. So let me turn everything in terms of u. Negative 2x dx, right? So far, so good? Okay. All right, so then I look at this. I'm going to rewrite this in terms of u. Replace everything with u. Right? Negative 2x dx is du. That's why we use this notation. It makes our life better. We're really doing chain rule backwards. You don't even need to know that. Just do the process right. Okay? Replace this with u, because that's what we set u equal to. So I raise the power by 1. Divide by the power I get. And don't forget the c. Yes, sir.
Does it matter if you put the 5 over negative 2 outside of the integral function thing?
You can either leave it in here or out there. It doesn't make size bit of difference. Okay. That's a personal preference thing. I like to clear it out of there. I don't know why I like to do that. There's no reason to.
It doesn't actually matter.
Right, because you know how to take the integral of 5 over negative 2 u to the 1/3, right? Raise the power by 1, but you get the same spot.
Yeah.
So either way is fine. You can leave it outside or put it inside. I tend to pull it out just because it makes it a little cleaner looking to me, but it's a don't care sort of moment. Good?
Yeah.
I gotta get rid of the fraction on the bottom. I need to flip and multiply. So you get 5 over negative 2 times 3 over 4, u to the 4/3 plus c. Multiply my fractions, I get 15 over negative 8, u to the 4/3. Probably shouldn't have the negative on the bottom, but I'm not sure your AP Central cares. Probably better if you didn't do that, though. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the process we were playing with last time before we left for a bit. Yes?
We're allowed to leave it as you.
Oh, no! What did I just do there? That's terrible.
What?
I left that as you. Can I leave that as you? No. You I made up, right? I got to put that back in. I apologize. Thank you for catching that, whoever just got that. So it's 15 over 8. I need to put my negative out in front because I've been discussing that for long enough. 1 minus x squared to the 4/3 plus c. There we go.
Dope.
Dope. Dope. Good?
Yeah.
All right. Anything else I need to do?
You can do 23 just for the fun of it.
I can absolutely do 23 for the fun of it. 23 for the fun of it. For the fun of it. Integral of x over 1 minus x squared, square root of the bottom, that's lovely, dx. Now, I am definitely not going to leave that on the bottom like it currently is. That's terrible. Right, the integral of 1 minus x squared, what power would I get? Careful, negative 1/2. There you go. Negative 1/2 x dx. Shouldn't be hearing ducks. So you equal the ugly part. What's the ugly part?
The 1 minus x squared.
1 minus x squared. So du equals negative 2x dx, right? I did that super fast. Is that okay, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi,
Hi.
I have schedules for tomorrow for everybody,
Ah,
okay? So, seniors, you don't have to be here till 8:30, everybody. If you actually, the first thing they're doing is CPR, and if you already have your CPR certification, you don't need to come to that part, but you need to present us with your card so that we know that you are certified. Okay? Do you have one, Max?
Yeah.
So to one of us down in the out, to Miss Michael, me, or Mr. Jackson.
When we get to school tomorrow?
If you could do it today, that's better. Then we know why you're not there. Yes.
Is it required to be CPR certified to graduate?
No. I don't
That's-
think so.
that's
But it is
that's not a bad question.
Yeah.
Nevada's passed a law saying that in the future students do need
Yeah.
to be CPR certified in the state of Nevada to get
Right.
high school diploma. That's part of the reason why we're doing this.
Okay.
But I don't think seniors it affects.
So you have, is it Amelia's? I know you got it. And then juniors, there are posters around school. There's one next to Miss Nerley's room on the glass. There's green papers on there. It tells what classroom you report to for the ACT. Okay. All right.
Get a good night's sleep,
Yep.
Mr. Gray.
Eat what?
Resnick, sleeping?
Eat breakfast in the morning.
Sleeping, Resnick?
Yes.
Okay, then if
Yes.
you do that, what happens?
Yes.
If you don't do
What
that.
time? Yeah, because
We
Oh,
really,
it's on
really
schedule.
don't need you to lose 22 IQ points for not eating breakfast and not getting good night's sleep.
Is that actually how much it is?
That's what studies suggest it is.
No way it's that much.
Which could turn a genius into an average person. Average person
No
into
way
an
it's that much.
It's that much. It's 12.
No way.
It's 12 for lack of breakfast, and it's 10 for not a good night's
What
sleep.
study?
Lots of them. There's actually a whole set of them done in the 70s. Feel free to check my facts. I love them.
That's so.
That was my education thesis paper, was on how IQ tests are a bunch of hooey, because depending on whether or not you got a good night's sleep, you could be institutionalized if you didn't get a good night's sleep the night before or didn't eat breakfast. And breakfast, by the way, is the most important meal, even at 7 p.m. Figure that study out sometime. That will make your head go like this. If having dinner doesn't matter at all. Having breakfast matters
So
at
if
7 p.m.
If you eat
At
breakfast,
night.
if you eat breakfast food at 7 p.m.
No, it wasn't about food. It's about when you ate. It's not even about what you ate, which is even more fascinating. what you have to eat.
So if I eat it,
That's what started that dumb set of commercials. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. That's what started it. All right. We're at 10 minutes and 5, 6, 7 seconds. So here we go. I gotta get going here. I set that equal to the union part. I mean the -2. Where are we getting my -2 from, sir?
From the x. So you multiply by -2.
I'm gonna multiply the inside by -2. When I do that, though, what do I have to do with the outside? I need a negative. Oh, I got an x there still. I need to multiply by. No. 1 over -2, right? Because I need to cancel it out. I need to have just 1, right? Multiplying by 1 each time. Right?
Oh yeah, we always put it on bottom.
That makes sense. Just do it that way. Whatever that makes sense for. Integral u du to the -1/2. Raise its power by 1. Raise its power by 1. Divide by that power I get. Plus c. Don't forget the c. Flip and multiply. I get negative u to the 1/2 plus c, which is negative parentheses 1 minus x squared to the 1/2 plus c. What did I do now? Good?
Yeah, I've been good. I just need it.
Just need a pep talk before we start the next part.
The rest of the class is
I don't mind. I'd rather have the questions now than have them later when I'm like, what is going on here?
does it get uglier?
It does. Well, not much. If you get this, then it's not bad. We're going to decorate it a little.
Resny, why do you multiply by -1/2 and not -2? Oh, it's -1/2. Never mind, I'm stupid.
But why is it 2x dx?
That's the ugly. Like, so that's the derivative of the ugly.
Okay, and then what is the dx? It just, you don't really care about that.
Since du is equal to -2x dx, you get -2x dx on that side and substitute du for it.
So -2x dx is du, right? So I can now do an integral with respect to u. Is the way we phrase it.
Oh, gosh. Okay.